What's up, everyone? Andre Khatchaturian of Armenian Sports News, joined today with University of Northern Colorado offensive lineman Koko Kostanian. Koko, how are you today?
Good man. How about yourself?
Doing well, man. Very excited to talk to you. So you spent a few years playing football at Pasadena City College, a JUCO transfer to the University of Northern Colorado, where you'll be playing this upcoming fall. And your story is very interesting to me because you didn't really grow up in the States up until your teen years. So you weren't really acclimated to the sport of American football. You grew up in Aleppo, Syria. When did you discover football, and when did you first start playing?
As I said, when I moved here in 2015, I didn't really know football, and I was just a big kid going to public schools here in Duarte, California. And then the coach just saw me just like any other football story you hear, like, "Oh, you're a big kid. Do you play football?" I was like, to be honest, this is my first week in any school in America. He's like, "Okay." He's like, "Let me just teach you from the fundamentals." So I didn't have anything else to do, so I put my time in football over the summer and whatever time I had.
How did football kind of help you acclimate to living in America, not knowing anybody, and all of a sudden you're in this team sport?
Yeah, especially getting acclimated to the culture. You know, we're Middle Easterns, we're Armenian. We have different ethnic, manners and stuff like that. Especially when you move here, is different. And then it took me a little while, but football, it's like as you said, it's a team sport, it's a brotherly sport. They love you no matter what. If you're kind of shy, you just get used to it, man. Just get see how sports affects American culture and how we as Armenians can adapt to it through that.
So talk to me about your journey from, coming from Syria, not knowing about the sport of football. Then you're playing high school football. Well, a bunch of people play high school football, but now
Yeah,
here you
ever.
are in the NCAA playing college football.
Yeah.
Obviously, you had JUCO as well, but how, talk to me about that journey. How did you get to where you are today?
Well, I just started playing football, and then I played one season in Duarte and played two seasons in Duarte, and saw that I could just I just stood out. I was better than everyone, and I just started playing. So I was like, why not just keep going with this, see where it takes me. And I couldn't go Division 1 out of high school or any 4 year because I didn't have qualification classes for NCAA since I moved here sophomore year. So I was just in the middle of everything. I was like, I'm good at football, but I can't go to 4 year. So junior college was a way to go. And I only played 1 year there, actually, just my freshman year. I had pretty good film. Got my associate's degree in a year and a half. So everything looked good on the paper. And yeah, it was just hard to get recruited. It was during 2020, over the pandemic. So I wasn't able to visit anyone. No one was able to see me. It was just everything over the phone. And I did the most out of my opportunity, to be honest. That's what I learned here. And from being in football, just make the most out of the opportunities you get. You don't get much, especially, during these times. It's just whatever I got, I went with it, and I'm going to make the best out of it, I promise.
That's awesome, Coco. You've faced a lot of adversity in the last 7 years since you've been in America. Uh, and like you mentioned, the COVID pandemic itself kind of limited, your opportunities to play and everything. So how do you deal with adversity in your life when you're faced with all these challenges? You just said you didn't have the prerequisites to go to a college school where you can play in the NCAA. You faced with all these challenges. Does none of that phase you?
I mean, it does, man, but most thing I learned is from my parents, from my grandparents going through war and stuff like that. If you don't take everything day by day, week by week, it just gets a toll on you and your anxiety and your stress. And you got to think under pressure. You got to take a breath under pressure. You got to live in the moment, see what are the best options, what are the worst options, and just weigh everything out. No matter what people say around you as well, you just got to believe in yourself because if you don't, no one else will.
That's fantastic. And when you came from Syria, you and your family moved because of the war, correct?
Yes, sir. It was just a hard time living there, and then whenever we got our situations to be able to move to a different country, we were able to get out.
That's fantastic. And what does your family think of all of this? Now, you've found professional American football, and now you're excelling in it. What do they feel about it?
Yeah, they didn't think it was a big deal till I got my scholarship. They just thought I was just, working out. I was a bigger guy, so they're like, "Oh, it's better you're working out. You're not getting bigger, this, that." But and then they saw that I was able to pay school and much more. I just graduated, as I mentioned. Now I'm getting my master's degree in business administration. So football is paying for all that, my living and stuff. So thank God, I guess, for giving me the opportunity to be able to achieve this. And, why not me? Why not? It's not meant to be me coming from Syria, being an Armenian, representing us, representing just everyone that, you don't see much Armenians. There's few of them playing out there. Most of them are born here, played football their whole lives, kind of bred to play football. I just learned this game, so I'm just trying to make the best out of it.
What an incredible story. And uh, we hear these stories from Armenians in other fields with the adversity they faced and overcoming adversity. What do you think it is, in your opinion, about Armenians that they're always able to overcome these obstacles, it seems like, and achieve so much in whatever field, whether it's medicine, business, and athletics in your case?
I mean, historically, Armenians, as you know, Armenian history, we've overcame a lot of stuff. So I don't think it's kind of in our bloods. Not too long ago, our ancestors were in a genocide, and then like my grandpa that came from Kilis, from Turkey to Aleppo, they started a life there. We've been there past 80 years, 90 years, and then now it's on us to keep our, Armenian ethnicity and nationality going and make everyone proud.
And what is it? How do you feel as an athlete, an Armenian athlete? Every Armenian you meet, when they see someone on TV, they see, oh, IAN, this guy's Armenian, and take
Yeah,
pride in that.
exactly.
What does it
Yeah.
feel like for you now? People are going to know about you. You're in the NCAA, playing college football, Division One, and how does that make you feel that you're kind of a representative for Armenian athletes now?
I mean, I don't really think of it like that. I just do the best that I can every day.
Okay.
And it's like I'm not more of a talk guy. I like to show that like it is possible. It is possible for an immigrant to come here. Learn English is good. Learn, get adapted to the culture, play the game, and then let the game bring whatever's the best for you. And if you're good at the sport, a lot of doors open. They
Yeah.
take care of you. So
And what's
that's excuse me.
sorry, finish what you had to say.
No, you're good. But as you said, the Armenian people looking up to you. Mostly, I just want like younger kids. Armenians were most only known for playing basketball. Now wrestling, box, everything's coming in. So why not football? We
Yeah.
have Armenians. We're a little hot headed, and why not put that in a better, put ourselves in a better position and try? Why not?
Yeah, no, that's fantastic to hear. And so what's the upcoming schedule like for you now in the summer? You have a kind of a training camp before the season starts. What's on tap?
Yes, sir. I get back next week, actually, start in the beginning of June. So we do strength and conditioning for a few months and then get in a summer camp, get ready for the season. Spring ball was pretty good. Yeah, for right now, my position looks good. Not major closing, but like, everything looks fine. Everything looks good. I got more adapted to the system. I learned everything better. They treat me as a veteran now, so I was there last year behind the guys learning, and then yeah, it's time to shine.
That's awesome. What is it gonna feel like for you? Northern Colorado isn't quite Alabama, but it's bigger than Pasadena City College. So what's that gonna be
Yes,
like
sir.
when you have the bigger spotlight now?
Yes, sir. It's pretty good. Especially the coaches around me. They give you an opportunity to do whatever. We have our pro days. We have everything. We have the top of the top coaches. As I don't know, like Ed McCaffrey's our coach. His other son's our offensive coordinator. And then people take care of us. And football doesn't change and doesn't really change. Just the speed changes and the professionalism of it changes, but the game is the same, and as long as you don't complicate it and just play football, you're gonna get C from anywhere.
That's awesome, Koko. Well, best of luck to you this summer with training camp, and then in the fall during the season. We'll be keeping an eye out for you, and best of luck in the season.